Hello, my name is Sandy Morrow, and I'm an administrator here at Hamilton Wentworth Public Schools. And today I'm going to talk to you about the Summary of Log Time page. And I can access it from this area here. I can also go up here to the Log Time menu and access it from here. And this is configurable. I can choose to show this for administrators, top hours for coordinators, or top hours logged for volunteers as well. And I'll circle back and show you how you can go into your settings and configure this area as well. So I'm going to go into the log time summary page. And first off, I can see a summary at the top here. So it shows me the total number of volunteers that are approved and the total number of hours that have been logged over the last year, the dollar value of that, and also any volunteers that are in a pending renewal state. Now, first off, this is a demonstration version of Volunteer Tracker, so these numbers are quite small, only 10 approved volunteers. And this number, in fact, in terms of the dollar value of the logged hours, is quite small as well. There are many districts where that number is in the hundreds of thousands, and the total number of approved volunteers is in the thousands and even tens of thousands for some districts. So, just for demonstration purposes, we'll go on and explain some of this information. So there are more details here, for the location hours that have been logged over the time frames, 30 days, over the last 365 days, and for all time. So I can see how many hours are logged for the different schools within our district, who's the site administrator for those schools, and additional information as well. I can see there are columns of information for the templates used at the school, for recurring opportunities, one-time opportunities, and ongoing opportunities. So how to use this information? There are three types of opportunities. You can set up recurring opportunities, and you do that by creating a master template. And I can see that 308 Coolamy that kind of leads in volunteer hours and the dollar value for those volunteer hours. They use a lot of templates. So does 306 Central Davie. They use a lot of templates. So some of these leading schools certainly do use a lot of templates to generate a lot of recurring opportunities. So that's a great way to set up volunteer programs within your school. So if there are other schools that just are not taking advantage of that, they're not logging a lot of time, you might want to communicate that and tell them what some of the successful schools are doing. So that's one type of opportunity, those recurring opportunities set up through templates. There's one-time opportunities, and they are how they're described, one-time opportunities. They're for a one-time field trip to the zoo. So you're setting them up once, and you're logging the time for those once they occur as well. And then ongoing opportunities, or NDS. So the NDS stands for non-date specific, non-date and time specific. So these are the types of opportunities that maybe your volunteers are doing on their own time at home, like maybe marking papers. So there is no specific date and time that they're showing up for those types of opportunities. So, that's another way of creating opportunities. But basically, this gives you an indication of, what schools are leading in terms of volunteer hours that are being logged, and an indication of how they're doing that as well. I can scroll down in here and I can see a breakdown of the coordinator managed hours. So now, the top coordinator managed hours over 30 days over the last year, all time. So really just kind of a breakdown on a coordinator by coordinator basis. And finally, at the bottom of this page, volunteer hours as well. So I can see my top volunteers over the last 30 days, year, and over all time. But really, that's just for information purposes. This is a reflection of what volunteers will see if you choose to set this up, and you can choose to set it up to show their full name or just their initials, or not at all. So how do you do that? Well, I'm going to go back to the home page, and I'll go back into the tables and settings. And here's where I can go into the configuration settings, and towards the bottom, we have these homepage options. So first of all, I can decide on the number of top hours to show on the homepage, and that can be 5 or 10. I'll leave it at 5. The dollar value, okay, so that's your multiple for all of those volunteer hours, and that's kind of a industry standard, but that can be adjusted up or down. These are, a reflection of the default settings. So I am showing the top school hours. Yes, I am showing the top coordinator hours. So if I wanted to also show that for volunteers on their summary page, I can do that by selecting yes here. And this is where I can choose to extend the volunteer ranking to show the full name. That's set to yes. I could set that to no if I wanted to and just show their initials. If I like that, I can go ahead and save that and try that out. That's it for the summary of log time page. Thank you very much.